yourself.
Hey everybody, it's another episode of Go Flix Yourself. My name is Ben Conowitz, and with me as always is the chartreuse to my jet black, Brad Froman.
Hey, that's me. I'm a dynamic color.
And also joining us, the pink to my jet black and your chartreuse, Nate Laux.
I was hoping for like a fuchsia, but
I actually did think about, I thought maroon first.
Okay, yeah.
Is that?
I picture you more of like a taupe.
I think that's the most insulting thing you've ever
basic
said.
or what?
No, it means like you go with everything.
Oh,
well, that's really more endearing than I was hoping for.
Yes, yeah, I like Nate.
Okay.
I love you.
Yeah. Hey, guess what, guys?
What?
It's a movie podcast. We're here.
Woo!
And we've got a guest.
Whoa!
And her name is Kelli Giannotti. Hey, Kelli.
That's me.
Oh,
You're
hi.
here. You drove 40 minutes to get here.
I did, but I don't get a color?
No, I mean, normally we save the riffraff for Brad and Nate, but you know what? I'm going to give you...
I don't think that's what riffraff means, but...
I don't think so either.
Well, no, you guys are riffraff, so like I just,
So you save that for the riffraff.
Sorry, I save the banter for the riffraff.
Oh, okay.
Kelly, when's the last time you were on the show? It's been like years.
It's been years.
Yeah.
It was at a card
Midnight
table.
Blue. Midnight Blue.
Midnight Blue?
Midnight Blue.
That's a good one.
Okay, sure. I'll take that.
Okay, sorry.
Yeah, no, the first time I was on, it was on the only other time I've been on.
Yeah.
Was at a card table
Yeah.
in Ben's living
room. At the house that is next door to the house he's living in now.
Yeah.
And this is an upgrade because it's a podcast studio.
It is.
I'm sitting on a couch, not a folding chair.
We hope you guys notice the difference in sound because we do have some new equipment. Hopefully it's not trash anymore. We know it wasn't great all the time before.
This will not improve the content.
No, not in the least.
At
Not in the
all.
least. If
Actually,
anything, this might make the
going-
content worse because
yeah.
we're going to get real cocky and we're just going to tank it.
And for the record, Kelly, I've been asking for months since I started, when can Kelly come on the podcast? And like, we don't want her on. And I finally won this.
first
you
of
know
all,
what, Nate? I knew you were my favorite
Yep.
person. That just really confirmed it.
Yep.
it's a real pink thing to say, Nate.
I know. I thought I was a little bit more taupe, but whatever.
Hey, Brad, just real quick.
Yeah.
And we don't really have a lot of time today, but just real quick, who physically wrote a check and sent it to us in the mail to sponsor today's episode?
Well, Ben, let me tell you. We're getting into the spooky season.
Okay.
Things are getting a little scary. Yeah, exactly. You know how ghosts sound. Just like that.
I have been over this. You don't encourage him. The sponsor part is the bullshit that we just have to get.
We have tricks, we have treats.
Uh-huh.
Today we got a real treat. Today it's the new Mountain Dew Voodoo.
No, real quick. We have peanut gallery. I forgot. We have peanut gallery.
Did you just interrupt my sponsor bit?
I did because
he was into the copy already.
I don't care.
I'm in the official part of the
I
sponsor.
They're
don't
going to be
care.
so mad.
Who's they?
PepsiCo.
Okay. However, Aaron Kirk, Carrie Kirk,
Hi.
and Bailey Snyder, who you probably can't hear because they're not in microphones, but that's okay. They are Peanut Gallery for this episode. Thank you very much for being here. We appreciate that. And now back to the sponsor.
Ben, we're getting into the spooky season.
No. God damn it.
Today's treat is Mountain Dew Voodoo, and this is the fourth iteration they've done of this. For 4 years in a row now, around the holidays, they do this voodoo flavor, DEW Voodoo, where it's a mystery flavor,
Thank you for
and you don't know what it is.
Spelling it.
Well, some people don't know about the puns. You got to let them know. It's not a visual show, Ben.
Have you ever used the Voodoo app on your Roku or Apple TV?
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, just
Yeah.
to let you know, that's spelled different.
There
Go
should be
ahead.
some kind of sponsorship there, I think, though, where they have like a Mountain Dew.
Please
Voodoo.
continue.
So this is, I don't know what this flavor is. I haven't tried it yet, but I got it in mini cans. It was the first way I was able to find it. It's available in normal sized cans and bottles and gas stations. So I'm gonna take a sip and we're gonna see what this flavor might be. You ready?
Hey, everyone, quiet.
No. Oh, I hate. And you guys don't have earphones on, so you can't hear that, but it's terrible. It's terrifying and terrible.
So
Okay.
delicious. Yeah, what do you think?
It's got a little bit of like a sour flavor to it. I'm thinking it might end up being like so usually with this, if it's tied to a real brand name candy, they'll do like the generic version of it. So like one of the ones they did was Fruit Chews and it tasted like Starburst. Mm-hmm. This one, I'm gonna bet this is probably something like it'll be like the Sour Patch Kids or like just like sour chewy candy or something like that.
And I don't love sour chewy candy. Do you?
I don't either.
Yeah.
I'm not a big sour candy fan. Ben, how about you?
Hey, they might sponsor this podcast, so be.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, you're right.
There is a Warhead soda out there now, so
Nope. Hard pass.
that one. Well, we'll save that for
Hard
a different
candy.
show.
Hard pass.
Save that for the
Who
radio.
knew? The
Save that
voodoo
for the
that you
radio
do.
show, guys.
So yeah, if you want to try this, it's in stores now. You'll be able to find it through the fall season. Mountain Dew Voodoo #4.
Would you say it's available through Halloween?
No, I would never say that.
Halloween is a whole season.
I hate Halloween.
Halloween is a real season, okay? It's an extension of
thing.
Halloween. No, it fuck off.
It's not a thing.
Fuck off. It is a whole season.
Ben's got a whole thing with
It
Halloween.
starts September 1st and it lasts all the way through
So
November 4th.
Just because Hobby Lobby tells you one thing doesn't make it like
It
real.
lasts September through October through November 4th.
No.
It's
You know, for
Halloween.
somebody who didn't want to waste time on stuff, you're making just a...
This is a very important thing to say. Moving on.
So Aaron just tried to sponsor. Aaron, what do you think it is?
She doesn't have a microphone, Brad.
I know,
no one
but
can hear her.
She's right next to a microphone.
It doesn't matter if I have a microphone.
Lean in.
They can all hear me. It's fine. It tastes like a candy. There's a specific candy flavor in there. I can't pinpoint it, but
There's a chance it could also be Airheads, maybe.
it's like,
Most of what Brad brings in here tastes like candy.
It's true.
It's true. It's very
true.
Last time I had a bubblegum soda.
it's like here's a cookie that tastes like candy.
A lot of times it's not even a drink. He just brings candy.
Yeah.
He just
What can I
eats it.
say? It's a movie podcast, and I bring in Raisinets and Goobers and Snow
Hey,
Caps.
Kelly, real quick, what's the last movie you saw?
Okay, so I've been thinking about this because I asked you about it. And I thought the last movie I saw was Where the Crawdads Sing. That's the last movie I saw in the theater.
Oh, okay.
Okay, yeah.
But I decided to confess that the real last movie I watched was this glorious Netflix movie called Purple Hearts.
Oh no!
Oh, what'd you think of it?
I know
What'd you
about
think of
this
it?
movie.
I've never even heard of
the
this.
controversy of this.
Kelly,
There's
explain.
controversy?
Kelly,
Well,
explain
it's
to
like
Ben what the movie's
military
about.
propaganda.
It is. Purple Hearts is a romance. I don't even know if it's a rom-com because it's not funny.
Yeah, I think it's more of a romance.
It's more of a rom.
If they went for com, they missed the
They
mark.
missed the com. Basically, there's a girl who has diabetes and can't afford her medicine.
Naturally.
just like every other American.
Like every other American, and she tries to marry a soldier, and she ends up finding a soldier who is willing to marry her because he owns.
Wait a minute. That sounds like she's got some like issues. Like
Well,
she
yeah,
finally
she's-
found somebody who's willing to marry her because she's a fucking mess.
Well, she asked one guy, and he's like, "No way." And then
Is it because she's 700 pounds? And has
Wait a
diabetes?
minute. She asks because that's the first problem.
she does. She asks him.
Hey, can you marry me?
Wait, which diabetes is this?
3.
Is it the worst kind of the diabetes 3?
This should be an
Type 3?
indictment on the American healthcare system, quite frankly. But
So the guy who ends up saying yes owes a drug dealer a lot of money. So it's like a high-class movie here. So they get married because he's about to be shipped off, and there's hazard pay and married pay, and so they're going to
Married pay.
Yeah, they're going to split the proceeds of all this extra
Oh, so it's a
money.
scheme.
It's a
So
scheme.
real quick, so you sat down and you're flipping and you're going, you know what? This looks good. Is that like what? Why?
It was one of those I
Why
need
not?
something kind of mindless,
Okay.
and I wanted a little feel-good kind of movie.
Okay.
It might have been after the 5 days at Memorial, which was just depressing.
Sure.
And so I was like, let's give this a try. And it was kind of ranked on Netflix. I don't know how they decide their rankings, like the most viewed or the top 10 on Netflix or whatever.
So that's based on views. So that
It
just,
is
that,
ba-
so that
is
just
it
means that a
really?
lot of people were watching
A lot
it.
of people
yeah.
watched it, and a lot of people were like,
This is good. Let's keep this
Not
in the
necessarily
top
that it was
10.
good.
yeah,
just that they watched it.
Yeah. And it's got layers. She's a singer. She's trying to make it as a songwriter. You can't understand anything she says when she sings. Her vocal fry is on fire.
Is one of the symptoms of diabetes having a purple heart?
Yeah.
Okay.
After it gets to type 3.
Gotcha.
Well, so the spoiler and the shocker, they actually fall in love.
Oh.
What?
I
didn't see that coming.
Didn't see it coming at all.
You got M Nighted on that one,
yeah,
didn't you?
Yeah, totally.
Now wait a minute. I think I don't know if you mentioned this and I just missed it with the back and forth. But isn't also a thing where isn't one of them very liberal and the other one is very conservative?
Yeah,
Well,
yeah. Keep
yes.
pretending like you haven't seen it, Brad.
No, because that's the controversy. That's the controversy that I heard about this, of this movie.
I heard that
I heard
too.
about it too. Yeah.
Listen,
yeah.
Purple Hearts will bring us together, okay?
No, that is true. She does have a Black Lives Matter flag that hangs from her apartment, and
They really
By
went
the-
for
a
it.
by the
pride
end of the-
flag.
By the end of the movie, all that changes.
Yeah.
They really
They
went
changed
for
it to Blue Lives Matter.
all lives.
She's entering Police Academy.
Yeah.
Michael Winslow shows up.
I kind of would have preferred it if they had done the reverse, like the military guy was super
No,
liberal.
the
No.
military guy.
Oh,
His dad
that's-
was an MP, and so this is breaking the law. We could all go to jail.
Yeah, don't date liberals.
And
Is that what was against the law?
yeah,
His dad was a Muppet.
dating the liberal. Yes, his dad was a Muppet.
That's
Sam the Eagle.
MP stands for.
Sam the Eagle.
Oh boy! So this movie, it was bad, right?
It was not good. Yes.
Did you
Now,
watch
have you
the entire
watched-
thing?
I did watch. Well, I watched the first like half, and then the second half played while I also played on my phone.
Yeah, that sounds about
And I
right.
finished it, but
Would you say
Those
it's
are
better
air
than
quotes.
Me Time?
That's a Netflix movie starring Mark Wahlberg and Kevin Hart that apparently is also not very good.
I haven't watched that
Netflix
one.
That's
is
okay.
not doing
But-
well
You
right
shouldn't.
now.
You shouldn't.
So have you ever watched any other Hallmark or Lifetime movies?
This is very Hallmark Lifetime.
That's
exactly.
I
what
was going to
this
ask
is.
if it was any better than any of those movies.
Well, I mean, I don't know. I did watch one once called Pizza My Heart.
Yeah.
It was like the Romeo and Juliet of the warring towns pizza parlors.
Yeah, that makes sense.
That sounds great.
Yeah. I'm watching real high quality stuff over here.
Yeah.
I was just hoping that Ben didn't ask me about Nope because I didn't want to talk about that movie. So,
No, I know that you don't love Nope.
Nope.
Did you? Kelly actually texted me. She's like, "Did you like Nope?" Nope. Like she just doesn't like the movie, and I don't get it.
So I watched Purple Hearts instead.
Yeah, it sounds like maybe.
So which one did you like better, Purple Hearts or Nope?
Oh, Purple Hearts hand down.
Oh no, Kelly.
Oh,
Kelly,
Yeah,
no.
yeah.
No.
Kelly,
Turning her
no.
mic down the rest of the
See, this is what's gonna have you not back on the podcast.
No, that's fine. If we want to watch Get Out or
Us.
I always have to think us or them. But yeah, those are fine. But Nope.
that was actually the other title of Purple Hearts was Us or Them.
Okay.
All right, moving on. Brad, what is the last movie that Nate saw?
That's a good question. I'm gonna say that it was.
I did tell you which the last movie I saw was just a little while ago.
Yeah, that's why I'm asking.
Oh, did you really?
Remember?
Holy
No,
shit,
no.
Nate, what were you supposed to watch?
Well, so I've seen 2 movies this week that
Okay.
I want to talk about.
All right.
I did see Marcel the Shell with shoes on.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
And I really enjoyed it.
I like that gasp.
I want to hear all about it.
Okay,
so
go ahead, Nate.
I would say this: it was a slow burn at the beginning. Did you see it?
Explain to people what Marcel the Shell with Shoes on is for those who
Well,
may not know.
so Marcel the Shell with shoes on was a sketch kind of on YouTube that was done by
Jenny Slate.
and a couple other people. I feel bad just saying Jenny Slate because
Her ex.
is it her ex?
Yes. Which is where that melancholy part of the movie comes from, actually.
Really?
Yeah, it really seems like they're working through their breakup.
So
in that
her
movie.
and her ex made this movie over the course of 8 years?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I think
it's-
so. Yeah, I think so. 'Cause
And so
she was
the-
on Smartlist, wasn't
Yes,
she?
that's why I know this.
And so the premise is Jenny Slate voices this sentient, very tiny seashell that has like one eye and it has tiny little shoes, and it exists in the real world, and like it's just this cute thing.
And raised by a grandmother. That's
And
you know,
it's very adorable because like the funny thing about the short was just like the cute little things of like what her life was like as a shell, like what she uses for everyday activities, and like but she also has this very upbeat outlook on life too, just a cute little shell. And so the movie like takes and gives a feature where it's like a documentary where
Correct.
someone has
Yep.
discovered that Marcel is like living in this house that's an Airbnb. And
it's almost kind of like the fourth wall, right? Because
Shouldn't it be
they break that because they
air
actually
CNC?
show the YouTube videos that they made
Right.
for Marcel.
Yeah, exactly.
And so it's a part of the kind of film and
Yeah.
the narrative that they're going for.
And it's
So-
and Ben, for you, this is an A24 movie.
Well, it's a good thing that Nate watched more than one movie because Brad just totally stole Nate's thunder with
No,
that
he
movie.
always does a better job
like,
Well,
explaining.
he got distracted.
I'm trying to,
I
here's
said
the
it was
thing.
an air CNC.
God, he could not resist.
Boy.
He was like, "No, I have to get this in
We
there."
came back for that.
But I will say this. Yeah, I know. Good thing you got to repeat that joke. I did get assigned a movie, and I finally got assigned a truly great film this year. Or this
Titanic?
week. Not Titanic. That was the bad one I watched last week.
I'm so bummed I missed it. I was listening to the podcast. I would have talked about Titanic with
Did
Nate.
you love Titanic?
I did, but I was right at that age. That was my
That's-
first real date.
I feel like I
to
would have felt
Titanic.
different if it was part of my growing up, right? Watch it now. It feels a little long. Billy Zane's a great villain. But I could tell you this: what I did love was Jojo Rabbit. Jojo Rabbit was fantastic, and I've been
Yeah.
putting it off because
Why?
Dead Mom.
Gotcha.
It's a Dead Mom movie, and I always get sad about Dead Mom movies.
Why?
My mom, Ben, I don't know if I told you this. My mom choked on her vomit right in front of me, and I watched her dying.
That's like, God damn it! You always
and she turned purple, and then hey, as the ambulance left, I saw them trying to like do the little thing.
Is she okay?
She didn't make it, actually. No, she didn't.
Oh, so just like my dad.
Yeah. Hey,
Guys,
what's it
again,
like having two parents?
My parents are alive and healthy, both of them.
Nice.
It's great. It's great. A lot of dead parents in this room.
So
not mine though. Not mine.
I've been wanting to watch it, but again, I'd heard the Scarlett Johansson who plays the mom.
Now that's spoiler. Did you have no? I'm asking you. Did you seek it out, or did you have it told to you by accident?
Did you know?
No, it was one of those things where I just heard it, and I'm like, well, not doing that. And I love Taika Waititi. I like the films he creates. Typically, the choices he makes.
Sure.
And I wanted to see this. I'm so glad I did. It was
it's brilliant.
So good.
Yeah.
And this June, I got to go to the Holocaust Museum in Washington, D.C. Oh. And so there were some connections to some of that as well that I really enjoyed, kind of connecting some of the dots on, so the idea of we work as people very well with binaryism, right? Good, bad, evil, hero, these kind of things. And you see some of the complexity in that, right? This is why I actually, maybe people laugh, I actually enjoy some of the Marvel villains because they do a complex villain sometimes, right? Thanos is a very complex villain. Loki's a complex villain, right? Where you're like, well, you know what?
Are you saying that Hitler made some good points?
No. I'm talking about the people that were Nazis. So you've got these kids, right? His friend, for an example, who is working with the Nazis, who has this really brilliant conversation with him about, well, this girl that you're talking about doesn't seem so bad. I've learned that they're not all bad people, right? And he's still fighting for the Nazis at this time, right? And there's this complex scene, this complex narrative there, that's obviously also super humorous, very funny, really well acted. I just love the film. I think highly recommend it.
There's Nazism has been covered in so many films, right? I have never seen a film which really highlighted the fact that these young people and also not so young people are just kind of part of it, and they don't really get it, and they don't understand really why. And to be back, in the 40s, to be in that country, and to not really understand the narrative at a hardcore level, but just kind of like, well, this is who I am. I know they're bad because I've been told they're bad. And we have the benefit of the internet now and all these other things. But back then you were just told by your government that this is bad. So you went along with it.
And yet today, things haven't really changed very much. So we still have that level of indoctrination. And there's plenty of people out there who are... Oh, well,
Anyway, so
one more point. I recently watched rewatched Band of Brothers, which is a wonderful miniseries made 15 years ago, probably now.
Even more, I think.
And one of my favorite part of this miniseries is they do these interviews with these World War II veterans at the end, right? They're based off of the characters that you just watched, and there's this really, and there are people that you see around where we live in LaPorte, right? People that you would see at the grocery store. They're not like, these grandiose heroes that, have PhDs. They look like blue collar people in a sense. And what I loved about one of the conversations, and I think he was a postman in real life, he says, got to a point after a year of being there that you look across the battlefield and you see these people and you think, on any other day, we'd probably get along. We'd go fishing together. We'd do all of these things. They're just doing what they're told to do, just like I am. And the complexity of all of that, to say I can find some empathy, not for Hitler, but for the people that feel like they're caught into a system that they couldn't get out of. And so Jojo Rabbit does some of that, I think, really well. And it's really beautiful. So anytime you can play Hitler and make him funny, I mean, that's a pretty bold choice.
And not just Hitler, but like Nazis too in general. Like, I mean, like, and the fact that they play, like, have a lot of them play out as these like total just buffoon jackasses too. It's just like it's hilarious.
So thanks for the recommendation. Good choice,
Brad. What was your recommendation?
I watched a really fun, delightful movie. It's an ensemble movie. George Clooney, Brad Pitt,
Rat Race,
Bernie Mac. It's called Ocean's 11.
No,
you didn't.
No, that's not what I was.
that's not what you were. Well, you might have watched it, but that's not.
It's
the
a good movie.
Oh.
I'm fine with it.
We
Well,
told
this-
you to watch Platoon.
Oh, that's right. That's
Did
why.
you watch Platoon?
That's
or
why.
Did you
That's
not?
why it felt so weird.
Did you enjoy Don Cheadle's accent?
I loved his accent. He was it was great. So I watched Platoon. And man,
You have seen this before, but it's been a year. Or two.
it's been even longer because honestly I think I forgot tons of this movie because I watched it and it was like seeing it for the first time again, and it made me think that maybe things didn't go so well in Vietnam.
No, it went totally fine. A lot of people, a lot of people did really good things over there.
It seemed, I mean, like there's, wow.
Yeah.
No, but so this is a movie directed by Oliver Stone. It won Best Picture, and it's one of the most famous war movies that's ever been made. That really dug into the controversy and just the terrible things that were done by soldiers in Vietnam. And Oliver Stone himself actually was a soldier in the infantry during Vietnam. Yeah, and he based a good chunk of this on like what he saw and what he experienced there. It has a great ensemble cast. Charlie Sheen leads it. It also has Willem Dafoe. It has Tom Berenger. It has a young Kevin Dillon who was 21 years old at the time. Looks like he's like 15 and is just a real piece of shit in that movie.
Yeah. There's a lot of pieces of shit in that movie.
There are. Honestly, I will say this. I don't think Charlie Sheen was particularly great in the movie. I kept thinking that there had to be somebody better during that time to play that role. I think that he just had, like, for some reason, a good relationship with Oliver Stone, since they also did, Wall Street together and everything. But the movie itself is just, I didn't realize how much of Tropic Thunder is parodying Platoon, right down to Ben Stiller's like big death scene is exactly like Willem Dafoe's death scene in this movie. It was perfect.
Yeah.
But really brutal, and incredibly violent, really upsetting. Really sad, and so, but I can clearly see why it won Best Picture, and don't need to see it again.
Yeah, no, like that's a good one for me.
Yeah, I'm not. I would love to see the person who's like, I'm gonna pop in Platoon today.
This is one of those movies I can watch in the background.
Yeah, it's a nice little Sunday movie on TNT.
What else have you seen this week, Brad?
I watched Elvis. Was actually the last movie that I saw.
Did you like it? I've put it off. I've not watched.
I did. So it's you have to know it's definitely a long movie going in. It's 2.5 hours.
Well,
but
Nate's out.
Nate's out.
Well, I mean, I'll take 2.5 hours over 16, like Titanic. I mean, I lost.
Did you watch the like a National Geographic miniseries about the boat sinking? And
I don't know.
at least
there's
there's
no
some
love
singing.
interest at all in this one.
DiCaprio didn't show up. I was waiting, but no. I watched Elvis. It's from Baz Luhrmann, and so I love Baz Luhrmann. I love Moulin Rouge. I love William Shakespeare's Romeo and Juliet. And this is very much in his style. It's wild, it's colorful, it's vibrant. It takes a lot of liberties with Elvis's story. There's certain things that are like combine things that didn't happen but make for more stylish entertainment. Austin Butler, man, this guy is incredible as Elvis. I did confirm he did the singing for younger Elvis, and then what they did for older Elvis is they meshed Austin Butler's voice with Elvis's recordings as well.
Oh, just like Daniel Radcliffe and Weird Al.
Exactly
The same thing.
But yeah, so he's phenomenal in this movie, and Tom Hanks not so much.
Really?
Yeah,
That's
it's
disappointing.
It's kind of like he's being a cartoon, and like in a way you would think that it would fit with Baz Luhrmann's style, but it just feels something feels off about it. Like I wish they would have gotten an actor who maybe they didn't have
that
to
can act.
Someone who they didn't have to bury under prosthetics, and like I don't know, it just feels like Tom Hanks is trying too hard in this role for whatever reason, But
that's strange though, because Colin Farrell's a very good actor, and they buried him under prosthetics as the Penguin, and he was phenomenal. Yeah. So what's the difference? Is Tom Hanks not a good actor, Brad?
That's probably it.
Okay, well, moving on.
No, and he's playing somebody like he's playing somebody historical, correct? He's playing
he's playing
Elvis' longtime manager.
He's playing Colonel Parker.
And I don't know what Colonel Parker sounds like or what he was like.
So what
I don't know if he's playing an accurate depiction of that or
apparently the accent that he puts on is not how he sounded all the time. Like he was very good at either he lost it over time or he was very good at hiding it, because it was not anywhere near the I'm Elvis Presley's manager, Colonel Tom Parker, and it's like it wasn't that like dramatic in real life at all. Apparently,
he wasn't Truman Capote.
Hello, I'm Truman Capote.
Elvis will be right out.
I did think that if Philip Seymour Hoffman was around, I bet you he would have crushed the hell out of this role.
Just like name a role, and he would have crushed the hell
Batman.
out of it. He would have crushed it.
Probably.
Yeah, Cape Crusader.
Yeah.
Hey Benny, what'd you see?
Saw quite a few films this week, but I was instructed to watch Long Shot with Seth Rogen and Charlize Theron, and it was great. They don't really make a lot of rom-coms like this.
And this did have Com in it, right?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Yeah. No, there was actually some Com in this rom. And some action, a little bit of surprising action that I didn't see coming. And I don't want to. It's not sexual, Aaron, even though she's making the humping noise.
Sexual action.
I mean, there was a little bit of that.
There was some,
but there was
some.
It was very good. It turned kind of the rom-com storyline on its head. There was a lot of stuff that I didn't think would happen and happened. Like it was very interesting. That I've never really I can't remember the last time I saw a comedy with a romantic lead that really turned it on its head. Where I was completely enlightened by what was happening the entire time. I never knew what the next thing was going to be, and I think that is strange. You normally can see these things beat for beat, and it didn't. It turned it on its head. It was great.
What else did you watch?
Death Becomes Her.
Oh, that's a classic.
Last night, Bailey and I I said, hey, I kind of want to watch an older movie that I just haven't seen. So we threw on that, and it was fantastic. Bruce Willis is great. Meryl Streep and Goldie Hawn.
Yeah.
Oh, my word. Yeah, so good. I mean, it's a 50-50 movie on Rotten Tomatoes. It's got like 47%. So clearly some critics really loved it. And Bailey and I loved it. Like if you're into the kind of cartoony nature of it all, have you guys seen it?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's been since like the 90s.
It's been a long time. I need to watch it as an adult because I know I watched it.
Agreed.
It's worth your time. It was so fun. Like it's Robert Zemeckis, what I didn't know, and he's
Speaking
of the slapsticky type.
For those
comedy.
who don't know, that's the director of movies like Back to the Future,
Disney's Pinocchio.
Who Framed Roger Rabbit,
Welcome to Marwen.
The Polar Express,
Disney's Pinocchio.
Welcome to Marwen.
Disney's
Polar
Pinocchio.
Express,
Disney's Pinocchio.
Disney's Welcome to Marwen.
Anyway, so it was no. Death Becomes Her was really great. I also watched Soul Surfer.
Oh, really?
What?
Like, what?
We didn't assign this to you, but
Yeah.
No,
So-
for the record, I do throw out a lot of cheesy Christian movies that I want you to watch, and you never do it. But like that was not one of them.
I didn't know it was a cheesy Christian movie.
well, to be fair, it's not.
It's not.
Yeah,
I mean, it's not,
there are plenty of.
Oh, no,
It's not
no.
cheesy
Well,
Christian like I
It is.
said.
Yeah. It's not like cheesy Christian like the 5 people you meet in heaven
or the Hunter Biden film I've been trying to get you to watch.
Or what's the movie where the boy the boy who saw heaven, is that what it's called or something?
Yeah, the miracle. Of
It's
heaven
not
or
that on its
heaven.
face,
I
but
can
it
only
is-
imagine.
There's so much.
I can only imagine.
There's so much.
Let him take it. Let
There's
him take
so
that.
much.
Go ahead.
But
Sorry,
yeah, no,
sorry.
but no, it is, yeah, because it obviously, and that's, I think the cheesy Christian stuff mostly comes from the fact of like it is based on that character who did have faith as like a strong part of her life. But it is more of like a cheesy sports movie with faith intertwined than anything, right?
I mean, honestly, it plays very, very heavy-handedly Christian.
Yeah.
There's a lot going on there.
And I think I would say one of the differences there is I think this is like an actual studio film, right?
Right.
It's not like a
Dennis
church mega
Quaid
church
and
made
Carrie
it.
Underwood and Helen Hunt.
Yeah.
And there are some pretty big actors and actresses in this, but Kevin Sorbo, of course, so it's going to be good. But no, I mean, so
Craig, did you say Craig T. Nelson?
Craig T. Nelson is in that movie.
I know.
I forgot.
Mr. Incredible,
Oh, I love Craig.
Coach.
So anyway, it's a very strange movie.
Why did you watch this?
For those of you that don't know, it's the story of it's a real true story of a girl that goes swimming in the ocean, goes surfing in the ocean, and her arm gets bitten off by a shark.
And she's like a good surfer.
No, she's like a legitimate surfer.
Yeah,
right?
but it doesn't happen during a competition or something. It happens.
I didn't know that.
When
Okay.
she's like just out with her friends, and then she literally she survives the shark attack, and then she comes back to become a professional surfer after that. And so there's a very inspiring tale. So my buddy's kids love this movie, and I was literally hanging out with them, and they're like 5 and 8 years old. And they're just
that's fair.
So they've been
That's fair.
tricked.
well, they go like, what are you gonna do this weekend? I'm like, I'm gonna watch a movie. Oh, you should watch Soul Surfer. And they were so like animated about it. I was like, fine, I will. And I had heard about that movie existed, and so then I came home and I watched it immediately, and I was like, oh no.
And now they're not friends anymore.
See, I think they need to market. I didn't know that was a Christian movie. There's a couple that have come out. Like there's the movie. I think it's about is it Jeremy Camp or whatever that There's a Christian singer
I do.
that they wrote.
Guys, I'm a pastor. I don't know Christian movies. I love everyone's film.
You're missing out, buddy.
There's like a Jeremy Camp movie. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, I knew who Jeremy Camp was, so I was like, obviously, this is a religious movie.
Yeah.
The Soul Surfer, I had no idea.
Yeah,
and
I
got duped, and I've been trying to think of the name of this movie. It looked like apparently I'm in a romantic kind of mood because I watched this movie on a plane, and it was like. It was supposed to be a romantic drama, and then it turned out to be like this hardcore Christian.
What is it called?
I don't remember what the
Letters
name
from
of it
Jesus.
is.
Purple Heart.
No, there was a new one out that was like a romantic.
And she's
was it like
a
in a period
prostitute.
piece?
It's a period piece.
Yes.
She's a
What is
prostitute.
that
He
one?
wants to
Pretty
rescue
Woman.
her. And
No, it's based on a book.
The Bible.
it's based on a book, and I was like, maybe I'm going to read this book, and I looked it up, and the first thing was like Christian title, and I was like, forget this, and then I was on a plane. I was going to Italy, and I had a lot of time. I was like, I'm going to try this, and it was 2.5 hours, and it was so long, and it was so preachy, but I had to like get to the
through it.
end.
I'm gonna
I
get
did
through
it.
All right,
And was
I
really
think I know what it
disappointed.
is. I think it's Redeeming Love.
That's it.
Oh,
That's the one.
So was it redeeming? Did you like it?
It was not redeeming because I didn't like it because it was
Was it redeeming and did you love it?
like I did not like it. She sleeps with his brother. She's
Well, very
leaving
Christian,
him.
very
Sleeps with
Christian.
the brother, and then he's just praying that it's going to get better. Like
So would you say it's more of like an eat, pray, love?
he just sat there for 2 freaking years and just prayed that she would.
It's starring Abigail Cowan, Tom Lewis, Logan Marshall Green.
I believe it's pronounced Cohen, and that is a Jewish last name.
Famke Janssen, Nina Dobrev. Eric
wow.
Dane.
Oh my, how the mighty have fallen.
So I guess the point of this podcast is don't watch any of the movies that Kelly watches.
Yeah.
I mean, so far, yes.
So far,
but we'll,
yeah,
we'll
don't
get
watch
there.
any
We'll
of the
get there.
movies that
No,
I watch.
so real quick, I did also watch.
Heaven is for real.
What's the movie the Jared Carmichael on the count of 3?
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Is that what it's called?
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
called
did you
Encounter.
love it?
Yeah, no, it's very, very dark and very sad. But also, it's a movie about two gentlemen that want to like kill each other in a suicide pact, and it's kind of a dark comedy.
It's a
way.
funny movie.
It is. There really
I know.
are some moments of levity in it. It's crazy that I was laughing, but it really is about them trying to kill each other, like, and have this pact and
So
about how fucked up their lives are.
They're both in a position where like their lives are just trash, and they decide to like that they said that by the end of the day they're going to each kill each other.
So they have a suicide pact.
But before they do it, they decide to have like the last day that they would like before they die. So like they go like deal with some unresolved business, but then also try and just like enjoy their last day
But
to a certain extent.
The greatest part about this is that on its face sounds like a straight up comedy, right?
Yeah, it sounds like it could be like a bucket list or
But
something
it's
like that.
not at all, because the way that they go about living their last day is not. They don't have like a list of things.
Right.
They just kind of like, well, I guess we could go do. Well, I've kind of got to go do this. It's a very dark way of looking at it. I really enjoyed it, but it's very dark.
Yeah, absolutely.
And very sad. But no, I did enjoy it. And then I watched.
Was that written by Gerard Carmichael?
And directed.
Okay, yeah.
And he's brilliant.
Cool. Well, sounds like Ben watched 100 movies again.
I did.
And we just had to
But
cover them all.
Real quick.
Do you go to work?
Chip and Dale's Rescue Rangers movie. I watched that on Disney.
You hadn't watched it yet?
I got through 20 minutes, and then I just finished it.
It's so good.
You were just defending that movie on Twitter, I saw.
Yeah, because someone said something about like in case everyone was wondering why people think the TV movie was murdered by a limited series. Like here's a prime example, because Chip and Dale Rescue Rangers just won the Emmy for best TV movie, and it's like, well, yeah, that movie is fucking great, and it should win that award.
I'm glad that guy held TV movies in such a high regard. Like, this is Criterion classic shit normally, and now limited series have robbed them. It's such a weird take.
I mean, I think it's more so the idea that like places like HBO and stuff did used to make like quality TV
That's
movies,
fair.
but now they do limited
That's
series.
fair.
But even
I think of a TV movie like the Hallmark. Like,
of course,
that's
yeah.
what I think
It's
of.
also just a weird thing to complain about. Like I certainly don't give a shit if like TV movies, like, you know, if there's less of them because there's more limited series. Like,
Sure.
and I think that it's fine that a movie like Chip and Dale wins because A, comedies usually get ignored when it comes to those kinds of categories because of prestige drama,
Sure.
and B, it's a great comedy.
So I think that one of the reasons it took me so long to get through it is I really enjoy Easter eggs and things and meta commentary. There's so much.
Oh yeah.
I was pausing it to kind of look around sometimes.
Oh no,
There's a lot,
you need to
man.
almost watch it again. 'Cause
Seriously,
Absolutely.
there's too many. Like, it was just overwhelming. And I think honestly that's why I couldn't get through it in one sitting.
No, and there's some really good subtle comedy as well that you'll catch the next time you watch it. It's just really, really, really well done.
So yeah, that's the 19 movies I watched this week.
Well, I think it's time now we talk about the trailers, right?
Oh, is that what we do?
Yeah. There's these trailers that come out for movies every now and then. They let you know what's coming out.
I'm ready for it.
Are you ready
I watched
for it?
15 trailers, and I want to talk about them.
Boy.
No?
Can we talk about? I send you guys trailers. I text you guys, and you very rarely comment on them, and I want to talk about that.
You know, Nate, you send us trailers that are like worse than Purple Hearts.
No, that's not true. I sent you one
It's
recently.
Purple Heart.
No, I sent you.
Worse than Purple. It's Purple Hearts, I think.
I think it
with
is
an S.
plural.
With an
Well,
S?
because
God damn it,
Idiots.
God
damn it. There is two of them. There's two people there.
You show Purple Hearts your respect.
I'm saluting right now if you can't see me.
Put some respect on that name.
Oh, no.
No, I recently sent you guys one, and you didn't even comment on it, and it's like a Western with famous people in it, and I thought, well, why wouldn't you comment on that one? You didn't.
I'm pretty busy.
I'm getting.
Oh,
a
I
little,
think I saw it, and then like I forgot to go watch it, and then I just went on living my life.
I know. It's called Dead for $1, and I'm still hurt that you guys didn't comment
I
on
really didn't even see you sent that. I'm so sorry. But we did watch 15 Pinocchio trailers.
Yeah.
Do you want to talk about one of them, Nate?
it. I guess.
No, we don't do it. We don't do a song for the trailers.
If you're trying to have your movie list tailored, maybe you can sit down and watch these trailers. We got some suggestions for things to watch. You don't want to mess up and make a botch?
I love the raising of the voice. We don't make a botch.
Just want to make sure, but Ben, it's time for trailers, Ben.
Sometimes I hate my life, and sometimes it's bad, and sometimes we are here with Nate and Brad.
That's my name, and it rhymes
I
with
hate
bad.
you so much.
Isn't it fun?
Yeah, Pinocchio twice.
All right, so first we're gonna get this one out of the way because we were supposed to talk about it last week. But
sorry.
but we were going a little long,
Yes.
and it's called Confess, Fletch. It's
Confess, Fletch.
That's why I paused.
Yeah, I
naturally
know.
with my
Do we
voice.
have to play that game again?
That's a reference to the colon game that I made you guys play last
Yeah.
time. Hey guys, where's that colon?
Oh boy! So this is a movie that is based on a book from the Fletch series of novels, and this was also a film series before, starring Chevy Chase back during the '80s. There's a movie called Fletch and a movie called Fletch Lives. The book series follows this investigative reporter named Fletch who is constantly getting into trouble, but figures out these various mysteries and crimes and stuff like that. And that same premise was applied to the movies with a little bit more of like somewhat of a slapstick comedy style to it. Chevy Chase constantly putting on different disguises to get into places and figure things out and whatnot. Confess, Fletch doesn't really take that approach. It takes more of an approach that feels like it's trying to be the nice guys, but worse.
So the thing that I liked about the original Fletch series is Chevy Chase, and I know he's an asshole and blah, 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 but when he was Fletch, he was smarmy and better than you in the moment and very intelligent and very biting and very cut down, and it was very smart and funny, and you were on his side because he was fighting for truth, justice, and the America.
Yeah.
He was trying...
Like Superman.
Yeah, honestly, though, he was like you were rooting for him.
Yeah.
And he was able to be that kind of asshole because you were on his side.
But
this trailer is fucking dog shit.
But I will say, I think this movie does share a similar problem because I didn't see Fletch until like a couple years ago for the first time because I had heard that it was good and like I'd wanted to see it for a while. But even the original Fletch has a hard time balancing the comedic tone with the real stakes of the criminal activities.
At least
that are happening.
the first one was funny.
I mean because of Chevy Chase,
Exactly.
but also honestly, I didn't think it was like laugh out loud funny a lot of the time. Like it was okay. And this one, John Hamm just feels painfully miscast in this role.
And I love John Hamm.
He can be very funny, but
Yeah.
he's just it's not working in this role.
There's a few lines even just in the trailer, right, where he's like, "'Cause I'm adorable" or something.
Yeah, but I am adorable.
Yeah,
It's
but
like,
that line has to be delivered by somebody not John Hamm because, like, to not want to punch him in the face, right?
Yeah.
That line can get delivered and can be funny at times. That is not a John Hamm line.
Yeah.
And there was casting different. John Hamm wasn't, I guess, the original choice there because this film they've been wanting to remake Fletch, bring it back for a while.
Well, first things first, Kelly, what did you think of the trailer before we continue?
Well, I have to be honest. I don't really know what the movie's about because I was just watching John Hamm.
That's fair enough.
You're a big fan of old sweatpants wearing John Hamm, huh?
Sure, why not?
Yeah.
Sure, why not? No, I just wanted to make sure I got your opinion before we moved on.
That's fine. Yeah.
If John Hamm was guaranteed to show his hog, would you be more interested in Confess Fletch?
I mean, I'm interested in Confess Fletch because
she's
of
flustered
John
just
Hamm.
thinking about John Hamm's penis.
I mean, he's no Chris Evans, but
So,
at least.
So who was considered for this role before?
Well, like
Jason Sudeikis was attached to it.
Sudeikis and Bill Lawrence instead of Greg Mottola.
Mm-hmm.
And I think Jason Lee. Maybe
if you don't know, Bill Lawrence did Ted Lasso with Jason Sudeikis. He also did Scrubs back in the day.
I think I would rather give that iteration a try. Honestly, those two doing this, I think, could be something.
Years ago, Kevin Smith was trying to get not this Fletch movie, just a completely different Fletch movie.
Yeah, these are just rebooting the series.
That's okay, because that would have been terrible.
During the time that Kevin Smith was working on it, I think it would have been fine.
It was like 2004.
Yeah, because it was during Kevin Smith was he was still firing on all cylinders and he hadn't gotten into weed yet. But Jason Lee was they didn't want Jason Lee because he wasn't a big enough name. Because this was at a time when Harvey Weinstein was still very powerful and Miramax was a big studio, and they were trying to get Affleck to do it, and that was supposed to happen for a while, but then it completely fell apart. So
Sudeikis is a good choice for that actor.
Yeah, I've always said that Jason Sudeikis feels like the nice guy version of Chevy Chase.
Yeah,
except
that's fair.
I mean, except Olivia Wilde would disagree, but whatever.
Is it too weird to cast somebody like Ryan Reynolds in that? Because that seems like a very Ryan Reynolds role.
I think he's a little too
goofy,
smarmy for that role.
Yeah,
I mean, I feel like Fletch is very smarmy though.
Yeah, but Ryan Reynolds is smarmy in a different way.
I would say Ryan Reynolds. I would rather give Ryan Reynolds the chance for John Hamm.
Oh, knowing how this turned out.
Yeah, and I'm not anti John Hamm at all. I just don't think it didn't work for me.
Yeah, this does not fit as a good role for him.
And I like Greg Mottola, right? I like Superbad. Mm-hmm. I loved Adventureland. Mm-hmm. But so it's not that I don't trust the writer and director. The casting is the thing for me.
Yeah,
so.
Fair enough.
How do you feel about John Hamm's penis?
I mean, I've heard it's not great.
You've heard it's not great? You must
great.
have missed out on those paparazzi photos because he's carrying a gun.
I love that you've seen the paparazzi photos.
I'm sorry. Whenever something gets big out of celebrity gossip, it pops up in my Twitter feed. This popped the fuck up, buddy.
It gets big.
It looks like he's carrying around a cartoon sack of money in his sweatpants.
I feel like I've been hiding under a rock because I missed that.
I didn't get that either.
Later.
I didn't get that. But we're not searching the same things Brad is on Twitter.
And you have to search hard.
So search hard John Hamm's hog.
Absolutely. Yeah, you will. It's the first thing that comes up. But no, Confess Fletch, whatever. I actually have a screener sitting in my inbox for this yet, and I haven't watched it.
Are you
yet.
serious?
Yeah.
You have this movie and you're like, I don't care.
Yeah, I just haven't had the time or the energy.
Desire.
Yeah. So
well, my professional Googler sitting next to me has found me this picture.
Uh-huh.
I have no words.
See? If you've ever wondered why ladies love when certain gentlemen wear sweatpants, John Hamm is the reason for the season.
I feel like Nate needs to see that picture because that makes a big difference.
It makes a little
big difference.
All right,
that is that is John's ham.
Hold on.
Nate had to do a double take and turn his neck.
And it is a ham.
Shit. Good for you, John Hamm.
The Lord has blessed you, John Hamm.
I love that the title of this photo is Hammaconda. All right.
So there you go, yeah.
I love that you can see the outline of the head. That's pretty fun.
So there you go.
Somebody's clearly not wearing underwear.
Speaking of wood.
There we go.
Pinocchio.
Guys, there are two Pinocchio movies coming out very soon. There is a stop-motion animation movie from Guillermo del Toro that is coming soon to Netflix. And there is also a live-action Disney remake coming to Disney Plus starring Tom Hanks as Geppetto.
But I heard
releasing on Disney Plus Day.
Tom
Yes,
Hanks
September 8th.
Does an accent that, if you remember the real Geppetto, didn't really sound a lot like him. So I don't know.
It's a me, Geppetto. I make a wooden boy and a pizza.
That's pretty spot on, actually.
And that's what Tom Hanks does in Elvis too, which is weird. Look, it's Elvis. He makes a heartbreak hotel.
Look at the blue set shoes.
Ah,
So good.
it's a me Mario. Anyway, Elvis is really good. But man, okay, so talk about two Pinocchios on the complete different end of the spectrum. Obviously, Guillermo del Toro's Pinocchio looks stunning. Like the animation here is gorgeous. The character design, just the look of everything and every character in it.
Probably going to be a slightly darker version of Pinocchio as well.
No.
I mean, honestly though, looking at the trailer though, it doesn't really look like it's like Guillermo del Toro's dark fairy tale version.
How they get
But
you.
Exactly.
Pinocchio is not exactly lighthearted.
No, I was terrified
exactly.
of it.
Yeah.
Exactly. And that's very true. And so like I'm interested in seeing Guillermo del Toro's take on it. Kelly, you're a big Disney fan,
Yeah.
you would say, right?
Yeah.
How do you feel about the Disney version of Pinocchio as compared to this Guillermo del Toro version that you've seen the trailers for now?
The only live-action Disney movie I watched was Beauty and the Beast, and I thought it was terrible. And I don't watch any live-action Disney's. Like,
So you haven't seen any of the other ones,
I
like
didn't-
Lion
no,
King or anything
Lion
like
King,
that?
Aladdin. I just won't watch them.
Lady and the Tramp.
Lady and the Tramp. I don't need to. The cartoons are good. I don't.
Will
get
Smith
the live,
is better
I don't know
than Robin
why.
Williams, though.
Okay.
I
It's a joke. It's a
You
joke.
don't even joke
Get
about
out of
that.
here.
I mean,
Get out of
seriously, the
here.
air was
You're
sucked
done.
out.
I'm gonna
done
hit you
in-
with John Hamm's
You're
dick.
You're done in this business.
You leave that Hammaconda alone.
You are not gonna get up after that, buddy.
I
So
believe
I'll be seeing one Pinocchio, and it won't be the Disney one.
Oh.
it. All right.
Put it on the poster.
Yeah.
So do you think you'll ever watch any of those other live action ones, or do you feel like you just don't need to?
Well, I mean, not when there's things like Purple Hearts to be watched.
Are any of the live action ones legitimately good?
When it comes,
I've seen a couple of them, but I don't think any of them are really good.
I haven't seen one where I've been like, wow, that was great and necessary, and I'm really glad they
that
made
was
it.
great and necessary.
The only remake that Disney has done modern live action, and it's not technically a remake in the same way that the other ones are, but Disney's remake of Pete's Dragon was awesome.
Yeah, I agree. I did see that one. That one was very good.
Yeah.
But I didn't remember. Honestly, I didn't remember the cartoon. I think I only saw that cartoon once.
Yeah,
so.
and it's honestly, it's a completely different tone. Anyway, like that original movie is like one of those like live action animation hybrids where it's just like, oh, there's villagers and music and blah blah blah. But the new Pete's Dragon is like, it feels like an E.T. kind of movie.
How do you feel about the old Pete's Dragon? Because I feel like that's a very like cult following Disney movie. Like
Yeah.
it's a hardcore.
It's one of those movies where
loved
I
it.
didn't really grow up
Okay.
with it much. Like I saw it later in life, and so I don't have this like reverence for it, and where I love Pete's Dragon or anything like that. But
I will say this: I did like Christopher Robin. I like that one too. I thought that was
yeah,
pretty
that is a good one.
Yep.
We're gonna see in Del Toro's version. It's gonna like the reason Pinocchio comes to life is that Geppetto like is
Called upon a
carving-
demon.
No, he's like carving and like he just accidentally cuts himself and the blood runs
Oh.
down.
Yes,
And, like gets into
yes.
the wood and it's a real boy.
Yeah.
Like it's gonna be that. I'm in for it. It's fine.
The Disney one, there's nothing in it that looks good. That's the end of my sentence.
Again, like, you go up at the end. It looks.
It's
What were you gonna say, Kelly?
yeah. Go
I
ahead.
just
Ken.
feel like it's the poor man's like animated version. Like we already have like a decent animated version, so like why are we gonna
Yeah,
just
Disney-
copy it? Like I mean, the Pinocchio looks like they all
Yeah, I
look
don't-
the same.
yeah, I don't
There's
even
nothing
understand-
very different about
Yeah,
it.
I don't understand why they didn't at least try to make the Pinocchio look at least somewhat different from the animated version. It just looks like they took a 3D scan, turned the 2D model into a 3D
it's
thing.
like Chip and Dale's. They just turned him
yes,
into the 3D.
that is, it's 100% correct.
Holy shit! They did it for real.
And I don't even like I'm not sure. I haven't looked at who's doing Jiminy Cricket's voice, but I don't like
Joseph
it.
Gordon-Levitt.
Is he really?
Yep.
Wow, don't like it. Sorry, JGL, but
Billy
that's
Eichner.
it's not good. And then it's just.
I will say I
Yeah.
didn't like Dumbo, the live action Dumbo. I didn't think that was very good. But
I haven't seen that one yet.
I honestly don't love Dumbo as a cartoon either. It's not my favorite. I just
Aw, I
well,
love
there's no way
Dumbo.
that elephant's gonna fucking
it's
fly
sad.
with ears.
Like, it
Get the fuck out of
saddens me.
here.
I don't know why.
Oh, it is a
sad.
very sad story.
Yeah. Just I don't like it.
I don't know. It's
But
just about an abused elephant, but
they must be doing okay on these though, because
Of course
they
they
keep
are.
on
Yeah.
making them, right?
course.
But the way Disney does their live action is it is pretty much a retelling exactly of what the cartoon was.
Well, yes and no, because especially Dumbo is barely an hour long, and so they had to add a lot.
They did
to-
add some,
yeah.
but it is like Lion King was very similar, right?
Yeah.
Not to say there wasn't some separation there, but I want to go on record saying I like Cruella.
I will tell you.
Oh, Cruella is great, but that's
again, that's not like 101 Dalmatians.
It's not a remake,
but it is considered Disney's.
It's that same idea,
but
but
it is a
live
like, action Disney cartoon inspired film.
and it benefits from the fact that they had to do something original with it and tell a story that hadn't been told, as opposed to just repeating it and like putting a live action coat of paint on it.
And that's Emma Stone, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
And I haven't watched Cruella, but I might think
it is very
that one
good.
because I
it's
do
worth
like
watching.
her.
I think you would like Cruella a lot, actually.
And also, it's not a direct remake.
No,
they're taking
it's a different story. It's very good.
Yeah.
And I think it worked even better than something like Maleficent, which I wasn't really a fan of.
I saw that too. The first.
It was
there's
fine.
two of those.
Yeah, there's
right?
two of
I
them.
saw the
What
first
was
one,
the,
and it
what's
was
the
fine.
colon one?
The second one is Mistress of Evil.
Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, I think that they've reached a point where they should probably just stop.
But they won't, because Bailey pointed out that that they're not releasing things from the vault anymore. This is like the new version of that, where they're just like it's like a re-release, but a new.
Let me give you a list here of the
Well,
upcoming ones.
the vault doesn't exist anymore. Like they're like the stuff is on.
They're just out there.
Well, no,
Plus.
I'm saying, but they're not doing that anymore. So they're not re-releasing them. So now here's a new.
Let me give
way
you the list of the upcoming
Oh,
films.
you mean doing repertory screenings of
Yeah.
them? Oh,
so
okay.
they're not re-releasing anything.
Right.
Let me give you the list of the upcoming live action
Fine,
films.
Nate. Again.
Peter Pan and Wendy. That comes out in 2022 sometime.
That's straight to Disney Plus as well. I
Yep.
think.
The Little Mermaid. Will that go to straight to Disney Plus?
I don't remember if that one's a Disney Plus one or not.
They're doing a live action version of that.
Yeah.
Yep. Snow White, Hercules, Untitled Aladdin sequel, Untitled Jungle Book sequel, Untitled Lion King follow-up film, Hunchback of Notre Dame, Untitled Cruella sequel, Tink, inspired by the Tinkerbell cartoons.
Mm-hmm.
Who are these for?
The Sword and the Stone.
Kids, dummy.
Robin Hood, Untitled Prince Anders film, which is, if you watch the Aladdin remake, Prince Anders is a character in there.
I'm not sure if that one's actually going to happen or not, but
I don't know either. There are screenwriters attached to it. Bambi, The Aristocrats, and Lilo and Stitch. So those are all announced by Disney that these are the films they've got. All of them got screenwriters attached to them now, so they're in some kind of development. You know.
I will say, even though I didn't really enjoy the Lion King remake, I really think that just it was weird seeing photorealistic animals talk in a way that like is too realistic, that it just really bugs me. And you can't see human expression on their face, which is part of the reason why the cartoons work so well.
Yeah.
But I'm interested in the fact that Barry Jenkins is directing the Lion King.
Because you don't like Jon Favreau.
It's not that I don't like Jon Favreau. I just didn't like that movie that he made.
You didn't
it
like the
wasn't very
decisions he made.
Good. Right.
Did you not like the underwater filming of the Jungle Book that my brother did?
The Jungle Book's actually pretty decent, to be honest.
Oh, I thought that's what the movie you were talking
but no,
about.
But Barry Jenkins is doing the sequel, and if you don't know who Barry Jenkins is, he directed Moonlight, which is outstanding, and he's a phenomenal filmmaker. And so the fact that he's doing something like that, I'm very interested to see what it is that they do with that story.
And Guy Ritchie is doing Hercules.
Is that real?
Yeah.
Okay.
With Jason Statham as Hercules.
No, I just want a new Disney movie. I mean, like Encanto. Like
No, you don't
things
get
like
it.
that.
You don't
like,
get it.
that's
Nope.
great. Let's watch
I mean,
that.
well, and Disney Animation, is still doing that, and they're still making new Pixar movies.
I'm Hercules, isn't it?
But like, I feel like the money.
That was good.
I don't know how we come back from that, because now I'm just going to imagine Guy Ritchie's. But I wish that they would spend the money they're making these live action Disney remakes on making, the kind of live action Disney movies they used to make in the 80s and 90s, like there's
Homeward Bound.
Yeah, 100%.
Get Ben crying
The
again.
Incredible Journey. I will cry every time.
Blank Check.
Richie Rich.
That's not a Disney movie.
I tried.
Yeah.
Jungle to Jungle.
Yes, that's a Disney movie.
There you
Way to
go.
go,
Man
buddy.
of the House.
That's a Disney movie.
There you go.
And with your,
I know, that was all I got. Actually, I ran
I
out.
got no more.
but yeah, I wish they would still make more original movies.
Sister,
like that.
Sister.
no.
That's
No,
a
that's
TV,
just a TV
show.
show.
And Sister Act is not a Disney movie.
Great film though. I love Sister Act.
As well, you should.
Jumpin' Jack Flash.
They're supposed to be doing a Sister Act 3.
I like Sister Act 2, starring Lauryn Hill.
Back in the Habit.
Oh yeah, it's
Yeah.
great.
Mhm.
Love it.
Great
Had the
sequel
soundtrack.
title, by the way. That's probably my favorite sequel title.
Back in the Habit?
It really is great.
Even more than Electric Boogaloo?
I mean, that's an all-timer for us personally, but Back in the Habit, you can't deny. That's an incredible sequel title.
No, it is a phenomenal sequel.
What's your favorite sequel title?
Ooh, boy. That's a good question. Beverly Hills Cop 2?
I don't know why that's so funny. I hate you so much.
I really don't know. I'd have to actually sit and think about that.
Yeah, I don't know enough sequel titles.
Are we going? I mean, it depends on if we're going for like
the clever.
Is this the game we're
Okay,
playing?
yeah.
Because I don't want to play this game.
This is the game.
It's not a game. It's just fun.
No, this is my game. Guys, what's your favorite sequel title of all time?
Do you just know all these now because apparently you played a colon game? Like,
Yeah,
So,
he does
so
kind of.
now these are all fresh in your head
not
because
wrong.
they're all colon.
Hey, Kelly,
Yeah.
where's that colon? That's the game we played. It was so fun. All right, you guys ready for a game? Or what are we doing?
I think. Did we talk? Yeah, we talked about both of them. Yeah, go.
All right, yeah.
Yeah. Are you? So, Nate, did you tell us how you feel about Pinocchio?
Wait, what? Are
I'm
you
sorry.
still recovering
Only
from
the
that
dogs
John Hamm?
upstairs heard that.
Are you
What
recovering from the John Hamm photo?
Pinocchio.
Yeah, nothing about it excites me. All right, moving on.
Good.
Oh, moving on.
Isn't it fun when you can sum up your feelings so quickly and just feel very confident about it?
Yeah,
Just like, I'm going to wash my hands of that piece of shit.
Yep.
I mean, I will watch it because my kids will want to watch it, so I have to watch it.
That's another movie
Like,
that I have
yeah.
a screener sitting in my inbox
Yeah,
for, and I
but
haven't watched it.
Pinocchio?
Nothing
Yeah.
about it, yeah.
Comes out September 8th, though, on Disney+, Plus, so you'll be able to watch it.
Cool. Or not.
Or not. I think it's game time.
It's not game time.
It is
Oh,
game
it is.
time.
Can I do a game without a song?
Absolutely
no.
not.
Literally, the only reason people listen to this podcast is for the podcast song.
Yeah.
Go.
You know how people go crazy for our trailer songs.
Yep.
So,
What were we just talking about?
yeah, what are good songs you can do?
Yeah, come on now.
And don't forget, Nate has freestyled songs many times to great success.
Yeah, you.
No, the Stranger Things. We were just talking about
And you think you can do a game song to the Stranger Things?
No,
singer.
no, the stupid.
I'd like to see that, actually. Go.
We're playing some games with Kelly, Nate, and Brad, and we're having some fun. And this song is pretty bad.
No.
But having a good time.
Okay.
We're playing some games.
Why do you sound so nervous?
Don't know where this is going. It's pretty fucking lame.
All right.
You sound like when you sound like when Gene Wilder starts singing in the boat in Willy Wonka. Is it raining? Is it pouring?
Hey, I liked it, buddy.
Oh,
Good
there
job.
we go.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, it was. It sounded just like the Kate Bush song.
Playing some games, having a good time.
Oh, that's what you're trying to sing?
God damn it. Yes.
I literally didn't catch that. I thought you were just making it up. I'm like, okay, good job, buddy. Hey.
You're so special.
God damn it.
When you said it, Brad, though, it all clicked in. You sound
There you go.
All right.
What a special
Okay,
boy.
whatever.
All right, what's the
I was
game
with you,
called?
Ben. I was
Thanks,
with you.
Kelly, and no one else.
What's the game called? Numbnuts. Talking to your mic, buddy.
I am. Sorry. I had to put my computer on my lap so I could read. Guys, Brad, have you ever heard of Cinema Verite?
Yes.
Well, this game is called Cinema Crudite.
Oh, okay.
It's
You
all
get real fucking nasty.
all these films have food or drink in the title.
Now we're talking
Ooh.
I'll give you the genre.
I will get 0 of them, but go.
The genre.
genre.
So in order, I'll give you the genre.
Oh,
It's Rotten Tomato score, the year it came out,
yes.
the box office,
Good.
then the second build and first build actor or actress.
Wonderful.
Now, all at once or in like.
I will
Like,
give
we'll
you. hold
guess
on,
each
hold
one,
on,
right?
Hold on. I will give you those things in order.
Yeah.
After every time I say one of them,
We can
it
guess.
is an open. You can just try to guess
Gotcha.
the
Yep.
movie.
All right.
Now remember, all of these films have food or drink in the title of the film.
And by
Okay.
that you mean a food or a drink,
A
not the
food-
words food or
Correct.
drink.
A food or a drink in the.
Did you
title
really think
of,
it was just going to be like
Food Incorporated.
like
Drink McGee
No,
or something like that?
Everything is
Great.
Have you seen Drink McGee? Julia Roberts is so good in it.
I hate you. All right, so here we go. First film. This is a
Great next name.
biopic. Mm-hmm. This has 93%.
I think- Is it biopic or biopic?
Biopic.
It says biography,
I
biopic.
like biopic.
Sure, it's a biopic. It's got 93% on Rotten Tomatoes.
Oh, Ray.
Oh, and by the way, you only get one guess per. Like, if you guess during one of the categories I'm giving you, like genre,
No.
then you only get the one guess. Okay, here we go. This movie came out in 2008. This film made $54 million at the box office worldwide. They're all worldwide, by the way. This film second billed actor or actress is Josh Brolin. And the number one person in this film, Sean Penn.
Milk.
It is Milk. I started with that because you like milk.
Hey. What'd you say?
He just went. All right. Peter Griffin.
Yeah, that's why I did that.
All right. This second film, action movie. 62% on Rotten Tomatoes.
None of it's gonna matter for me.
Came out in 2010.
Yeah, still nothing.
Made $293 million at the worldwide box office.
Yeah, that's a big hit.
That's a good one.
A big hit.
Second in command here is Liev Schreiber. And the top billed actor or actress is Angelina Jolie.
What's that movie she's in?
Obviously, it's Mr. and Mrs. Smith.
Oh yeah, Smith is my favorite drink.
Smith apples.
It's an action movie, 62%, 2010, $283 million. Liev Schreiber, Angelina Jolie.
I don't know that they've done a movie together.
It's
Yeah.
the opposite of pepper.
Salt.
It is salt.
There's a movie called Salt.
Yeah.
Yes, there is.
I forgot about that movie.
I did too. Yeah.
I
could see
The world didn't in 2010. $290 million.
It's pretty big.
I would have, if you would have said this is a box office hit, I would have never have guessed that one in a million years.
Yeah, I forgot Liev Schreiber was in that movie.
Yeah,
as well.
me too.
Number three, third movie here. It's a drama.
Okay. Yep.
75% on Rotten Tomatoes.
Okay, I think I know.
1991.
Oh.
$119 million.
1991 money, that's like $6 billion now.
Yeah.
Jessica Tandy.
Fried green tomatoes.
Oh, Nate gets it.
It's the only movie I know Jessica Tandy did.
And then
Driving Miss Daisy, buddy.
Kathy
right.
Bates was the number one there. All right, so Nate has one. Brad has two.
Hey, y'all want some of these fried green tomatoes? That's my favorite line in that movie.
No, my favorite
Is
line
that Jessica Tandy?
Yeah.
No, my favorite line.
I like that part when they ate the fried green tomatoes.
All right, here we go. It's a comedy. 68% on Rotten Tomatoes. Came out in 2008. $101 million at the box office. Starring James Franco and Seth Rogen.
Pineapple Express.
It is Pineapple
Way
Express.
to go.
Nicely
Nice.
done. Nicely done. All right. And now we're following up with another comedy. We've got a comedy, ladies and gentlemen.
Comedy.
61% on the old RT.
Wasn't the last one 61? What was the last
68.
one? Okay.
68. So a little bit less funny according to the critics.
Yep.
Comedy 61%, 1999.
Okay. All right.
235 million dollars.
Wow.
That's a big one for
That's
a
a big
comedy?
Second in command here,
Drum roll, please.
Chris Klein.
American Pie.
It is American Pie.
Wow.
Nicely done, Nate. Nate, you've got two.
Yeah, this is the best I've
Brad,
ever
you
done.
have two.
Mm-hmm.
Kelly, you've got one.
Yeah.
All right. Here we go.
I just want to be Brad.
This next one, it's I wrote down both categories because I don't agree with either one necessarily. So yes, this is a good mix. It's an adventure drama
Oh.
because I didn't really like either one. Adventure drama, 75% on Rotten Tomatoes. Came out in 2003. Anybody got a guess? I mean, you can guess.
No, I know. It's just those first few details aren't really particularly helpful.
Just
No.
thought we'd try. $123 million at the box office.
Okay. It's okay for adventure drama.
I'm learning that the second billed actor is normally the one where you guys will jump in.
Yeah,
Albert Finney.
A big fish.
It is Big Fish.
Damn.
Nicely done.
Damn.
All right. All right.
Shit.
Okay, there we go. This is a drama. 90% on Rotten Tomatoes.
Ooh, it's a good one.
Came out in 1993.
Okay.
It made
What year were you born, Brad?
In 1986.
It
I
made-
haven't seen any movies that were made before then.
it made $10 million.
Holy shit.
Now, the domestic was the only thing available here, according to Box Office Mojo. So I don't know that it actually was ever released internationally.
Yeah. Okay.
That's a little hint. The second leading actor or actress is Leonardo DiCaprio.
What's eating Gilbert Grape?
Shit.
Nice.
She said it way faster than I did. Damn it.
What's eating Gilbert?
A film
Grape?
better than Titanic. Go.
That's what he said. That's what he said last time. It's old Nate bringing it back.
I loved What's Eating
Kelly,
Gilbert
you have
Grape.
2.
That's a great movie.
Brad, you have 2.
Mm-hmm.
Nate, you have 3.
Yeah, that is
Right,
the talent.
Here we go. This movie is science fiction.
Okay.
88% on Rotten
Chocolat.
Tomatoes. 1971. It made $26 million, starring Patrick McGee
Oh, Pat McGee.
That's it stars in Drink McGee too.
and Malcolm McDowell.
Brad.
Well, you just say the name of the movie.
A Clockwork Orange.
It is A Clockwork Orange.
Oh. 3.
332. Here we go. This one, because full disclosure, I've not seen this film, so I had to use the genre. I had to use exactly what IMDb said about it.
Yep.
So it is a drama mystery thriller. 42%
Ooh.
on Rotten Tomatoes.
Yucko.
2001, but it still made $203 million. Starring Penelope Cruz.
Brad.
You just say the name.
Vanilla Sky.
Jesus. Yes. It's
I'm used
it's
to
very anticlimactic
I'm
when I
used
have
to
to call
I'm used
on
to
you.
buzzing in.
Don't.
Brad.
All right, 4
4 through 2.
3 2. Okay. This one is kids and or family.
Okay.
43% on the RT.
Ooh, not good for the old kids.
1996. It made $230 million.
Holy shit.
It starred Wayne Knight.
Brad. Space Jam.
It is Space Jam.
Jeez, Brad. This Brad guy.
So, Brad, you are the winner. You are the winner unless Kelly or Nate. There are 2 different actors that have starred in 4 movies that have food in the title. If you can name either actor that starred in 4 movies in their career that have food in the title, I will let you win the game.
Wow.
But the first one that has, you got to come
What an
up
oddly specific trivia question.
I know.
with. Who might it be? I will start to name
The actor.
The movies.
Oh.
No.
Oh. No.
Seth Rogen has been in Pineapple Express, Sausage Party,
I was gonna say Seth
and American
Rogen.
Pickle. So those are 3.
Okay.
But 4
Okay.
4 people or 4 movies. Anybody?
I don't know.
Anybody?
I don't know.
Anybody? This person was in the Darjeeling Limited,
Oh.
which is a T according to Bailey.
Jason Schwartzman?
It is not Jason Schwartzman.
Is it Bill Murray?
And what else has Bill Murray been in, Brad?
It depends on what you consider food.
Because, like,
Food or drink?
So, gosh, this
Like Space Jam, maybe?
Oh, okay, Space Jam. That's a
Cool,
good one.
yeah.
I forgot about that.
He's just said that.
Groundhog Day.
No.
That's
no,
not food.
Groundhog is great
That's
this
why
time
I
of
said.
year.
That's why I said it depends on what you consider food.
No.
Yeah, exactly. No.
Oh, monuments, man. I like to eat monuments. No, it's not.
No,
okay?
that's
Groundhog
Groundhog
actually
Day,
has
yeah, it's an-
delicious
it's an
meat.
animal.
No, stop
It's-
it. Stop it. Stop it.
Jeez, what do you think? Like
It's-
hobos got to eat too,
It's
buddy.
fine. You're ruining it. It's fucking meatballs and coffee and cigarettes. Okay, fine.
Cigarettes are good.
Can I give my points to Nate
Yes.
so he wins?
Yes.
Okay.
Also, Johnny
Suck
Depp.
it, Brad.
Johnny Depp.
Oh, Johnny Depp is easier. Chocolat.
Yep.
What's Eating Gilbert Grape?
Yep.
Yeah.
Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory.
Yeah.
Charlie and the Chocolate Factory.
Charlie
yeah.
and the Chocolate Factory.
And
What would the third? What would
Platoon.
What would the fourth one be?
The fourth one.
Ooh, fun. A movie called The Rum Diary.
Wouldn't
yeah.
have gotten that one.
There you go. So,
Cool.
What is
Alright.
the Rum Diary about?
it's about a diary full of rum.
It's based, isn't it another
Hunter S. Thompson.
yeah, Hunter S. Thompson thing? Yeah.
Okay.
So that was it, guys. A little bit of a anticlimactic finish there, but okay, fine.
No, it was a great game. Good job, Benny.
Cinema crudité.
I'm surprised that you didn't do any of the
Don't critique the game now.
You know what? Never mind. The thing that I was going to say was going to be stupid because I forgot that the titles are different. I was going to say I'm surprised you didn't do any Harold and Kumar Go to White Castle movies, but there's just one of those. The rest of them have different titles.
There were, of course, other movies and in here that I could have used, and I
was
chose
waiting
not
for
to.
Ratatouille.
I was waiting for Ratatouille. That's it.
Do you know the story behind how Neil Patrick Harris got into Harold and Kumar Go to White Castle?
No.
So one of his friends was auditioning for the movie, and he was like, "Hey, I just auditioned for a movie that you're in." He's like, "I'm not doing a movie." He's like, "Yeah, you're playing yourself in it." He's like, "Nope, definitely not." He's like, "I'd like to hear more about this." And so he found out about it, and like they got the script, and he was like, "Wow, this sounds like a lot of fun." And so like he was all about doing it. But the one thing he didn't want to do, even though like obviously he enjoys like taking the piss out of himself, is he didn't want to like completely like be like negative about like referencing Doogie Howser and stuff like that, because it is an experience that like he does like, even and it's just crazy how like that completely reignited and changed his career. And
was so they had this cast as somebody who's going to play him, or
they
were hoping to get him at a certain point?
I just don't think they had gotten to the point where they had like where they had asked him, or maybe they were still figuring out like, should we ask Neil Patrick Harris, or should we write it for somebody else to do, or something like that.
No, I love that. I love that. Very quickly, one of Kelly's stories right there just reminded me that while we were watching Long Shot, the gentleman that plays the Canadian Prime Minister, Alex Skarsgård? What's his name?
Alexander Skarsgård.
Alexander Skarsgård, right? We're watching Long Shot.
Did you hear that? Did you hear Kelly? She got just as excited.
There was
Oh no, I get it.
Oh, Alexander Skarsgård.
Wait, what is the show? I don't think. What is this?
Long Shot, the movie with Charlize Theron and
Alexander Skarsgård plays a goober in it too.
Yeah, no. So he plays.
Right.
He plays an absolute. That's a great word, by the way. He plays an absolute goober.
Yeah.
But
It's all right. I don't care.
I had just watched The Northman.
Oh.
So he plays an absolute badass. Like, he's made of shoulder muscle. Like, he's just a fucking badass, right? To go from that, I'm like, Bailey, who? Like, I paused. I was like, who is that? And she said it, and I was like, oh, like which is a credit to him, right? Disappearing into...
Well, my favorite thing was
so good.
After he started to get, after he became kind of like famous, going back and seeing Zoolander and seeing him Alexander Skarsgård plays one of Derek's 3 model friends.
Oh my God.
And he's like, excuse me, have you ever heard of Styling Joe?
Oh my God, that's awesome.
It's so funny to see him in that role now.
So the first time I was exposed to him was the movie with him and Michael Pena, where they play cops that are dirty. I think I saw it on Netflix. I can't remember the name of it, but it's not great.
It's not End of Watch.
No. A very silly movie.
I say it's a comedy, right?
Yeah, it's a comedy. They're bad cops, and it's a throwaway movie. It's a movie where it was written to be like so sophisticated, and it's just not great the way it comes together.
I'm not sure that I know what this movie is.
Gosh darn it! I wish I could remember the name of this film.
I think Nate's looking it up already.
I'll see if I can find it. But Chips?
No, that's Dax Shepard.
That's right.
Be hilarious.
Did you just Google Michael Pena and Alexander Skarsgård?
Well, just Michael Pena films, thinking that there wasn't that many of them.
No, he's in a lot of films.
Is he? War on Everyone.
War on Everyone. Thank you.
I don't remember that.
It's a movie called War. It's a movie called War on Everyone, and it's
Theo James, Tessa Thompson, Caleb Ramsey Jones.
There's a lot of people in it, and it just misses the mark. But there's a lot of fun stuff in there, and I remember watching him going like, he's pretty talented, and then seeing The Northman though, holy shit, what a crazy transformation! Like, that guy, he can act.
Okay,
he is part Viking.
True.
Yep.
Is it because he's white?
No, it's in his name.
Oh, Swedish.
Well, thanks for listening, guys.
When are we going to stop this episode? Like, 15 minutes ago?
Well, right after that crash.
Ben just really knows how to tank an episode.
Hey, Brad, where can people... I don't care. Nate, are you online?
Yeah, no.
Doesn't really
Guys,
matter.
make sure you give us 5 stars on iTunes, if you please. Subscribe to us on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Stitcher, Earworm, Podcast
Blofeld.
Posse. Yeah, and
Another month, we should be back with maybe an SNL episode.
Lights
or
on the
so.
Ceiling.
yeah, if you like Saturday Night Live, we will be getting our SNL podcast, the 10 to 1 podcast, back on the ground to review and recap every new episode of Saturday Night Live.
Or as Aaron refers to it as the 6 to midnight.
Yeah, which is
actually a better name for the podcast.
Well, it's an erection, so.
So speaking of John Hamm, hey, we did it, guys. Bye, everybody. Bye.
Nah, cheating, eh?